Right, let's have a look. It says we're live, but are we live?
But are we live?
Yes, that is confirmation. Hello everybody. Take the mic. Good morning everybody, welcome to Hawarden Airport here in North Wales once again. We're back for the second day on the trot. Yesterday we came in with slightly high hopes of catching the Beluga XL. But obviously didn't show up. It was only the standard belugas that were in yesterday, which was awesome anyway because we caught two. And now it's time for round two, where we're going to catch maybe two again if we're lucky. But what I want to catch, and she's currently in the skies heading her way over here, is the Beluga XL. Not actually checked which one it is yet. Morning all, good morning everybody. I've not long woke up, so you'll have to bear with me being slightly not on the ball this morning. Right, let's have a look. She's currently over north of France by the looks of things. Which Beluga is it? Number 2, XL2 it is in today. Registration on her is Foxtrot-Golf X-Ray Lima Hotel. Foxtrot-Golf X-Ray Lima Hotel. You can go on over to your equivalent radar app and you can go and search for her. Currently over France, on her way over. It's going to be the first time since last year that we're going to catch this particular aircraft. Absolutely amazing catch the Beluga XL is. There's only 3 of them in existence. They usually float around the likes of Toulouse, Munich, Madrid, places like them, and do occasionally come up to the UK. And when they do, they visit the Broughton site, which is where we are now, to collect some wings for the Airbus A350 to take them over to the assembly plants around Europe. Morning everybody. Aussie Bone, hello, how are you doing? Joe, Carl Mason, hello. Irish Dublin girl, I remember you from last year from the streams. Hello, how are you doing? Right, shall I appear on the old camera? I need to give this stream a share actually first before I do anything, so bear with. Is it a Beluga XL? Is it a new Beluga XL? I don't think it is. There is one that's new, which is the XL3 you're thinking of. Feel free to give the stream a share, ladies and gents, on any spotters groups and the likes. I'm going to do so myself now. Just in case anyone is of interest to said stream. Might as well give them something to watch on this Wednesday morning. It is a bit colder today. Kind of wish I brought gloves actually, because it is a bit nippy, but hopefully it will warm up. I'm going to go over and share it to the Airliners Live Facebook page. Which we now have 35,000 followers, by the way, guys. Ooh. As of the other day, we hit 35k. Okay, there you go. That's been posted. Ryan, hi. How are you doing? Well, I'm good myself. It's a bit colder today than it was yesterday, though. You know, yesterday very sunny, lovely day out. Today, not so sunny, not so warm, not so nice. A lot earlier in the morning as well. So this Beluga was, you know, I was kind of just up early waiting. I heard rumours that there was going to be something in today, but I didn't know for sure. So this morning I was waiting around, and then lo and behold, a Beluga XL to Chester started pinging from Toulouse at about 7:45 or something like, or 7:30 or something, around that time. I was like, oh, better get into shape. I'm still lying in bed. So luckily for this airport, I'm not too far away, so I was able to get down pretty quick and set up and be live with plenty of time to spare. Just noticed I haven't put the lens hood on the camera. Give me a moment. Put that there. Give it a little twist, and there you go. Morning, Liz. Hello. And yes, today is the XL, and it is, as many people ask, the one with the face on it. It is the plane with the face is in today. I'm going to record it locally, as I usually do, in the old 4K, you know what I mean, the old 4K footage. We've got XL A300 standard number 1 here, actually. I am the one and only number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to do the Thunderbirds intro with these people. Were constantly memeing on the last stream saying it's like Thunderbirds. Here's number 1. Yesterday we had number 4 and 5, so we just need number 2 and 3. We have XL2 coming in today, so does that count? And some people in the local spotters groups are writing that there's going to be like 4 Belugas in today or something ridiculous like that. Like, what is going on? Last week and the week before it was very quiet here at Hawarden Airport as far as Belugas go. And, you know, you get a little bit worried when it's quiet here because obviously the way aviation is, not many people are ordering the likes of Airbus A350s at the moment. So it makes you, you know, worry a little bit that they're kind of drying up on work. But now this week has just got off to a crazy start. Yesterday we had, it was either 3 or 4. I think it was 3. It might have actually been 4 because this was an overnight stay. It might have been 3 actually yesterday, but 4 today it looks like. Absolutely amazing scenes. Great sign of good work here at the Broughton plant. Liz, yeah, it's part of your uni work. A bit of study, on-site study of some whales in a natural habitat. Whales in Wales, I guess you call it. Morning from Milan, Italy, Andrea, hello. Morning from North Wales in the UK, which, believe it or not, is a separate country. Not many people know that. I had a friend from Wales who I went to uni with, and we did some projects with some like American companies and that during our time there. And he'd always say he's from Wales, and every single one of them would be like, "Oh, is that in England?" We get unbelievably offended by it because he is a patriotic Welsh lad, like many Welsh people, very patriotic. And calling him English was the last thing he wants to hear. But they are separate countries, separate laws and all that. It's kind of the equivalent of having separate states in the United States, I guess. But I live not too far from the border. But of course, the last sort of year, that border has been very, at times, very strenuous in what you can do crossing it. Of course, there's been times where, you know, like now, for example, it's just, there's no border. It's just, you can just travel across, which is fine. But there's been times over the last few months where it's been quite a, you know, you've really not been able to come over here, which is hence why we've not done streams from here for the last few months, really. We've not actually visited Hawarden Airport at all. All right, cheers, Martin. I'm actually writing about bird strikes, so if you spot any birds, that defo counts. Where's G Crow? You better have an article about G Crow in there. To be fair, like, Hawarden Airport is a fantastic place for looking at how they prevent wildlife building up on the airfield, because obviously with it being so quiet, it's not like Manchester. Well, usually Manchester is a lot busier, so the likes of wildlife, they're not really going to build up too much because there's just natural big birds there anyway to scare them off. Here at Hawarden, though, there's just barely any movements ever, so, you know, keeping the anti-wildlife measures up to scratch is very important, especially with these very expensive machines coming in and out every now and then. I'll tell you what, though, the people who pilot these aircraft, the Belugas, are fantastic. Like, obviously it's not the biggest runway here at Hawarden Airport. They don't have much play in their landings, but there are days where it gets extremely windy, crosswinds, headwinds, tailwinds, you name it. And you know, you do get a fair few aborted landings, but they always get it down. Except for that time a couple of months ago now, when they did have to divert to Birmingham. 71 people watching already. Good morning. I'm surprised so many people are awake, but I see a lot of people are from various different countries around the world. Flying Architect morning. Scappy's in the chat as well. Jenny Watts, hello. What? Paul Carr saying, what parts are up near Chester? What do you mean, Paul? Can you specify the question? Can you specify what you mean? If somebody would like to share this video live stream onto the Beluga Hawarden Spotters group, that would be fantastic. If anyone has got a minute just to do that. Approximately 30 seconds that it takes to do so. Very much appreciated. And a huge shout out to Stu over on the Hawarden Spotters group as well over on Facebook. Fantastic guy, been very, very welcoming to us returning here. He's put up a few posts about Airliners Live in the past, and he's always engaged with things like our quizzes and all that. He's a great guy. Look forward to seeing him again. He said he might come down today. We'll see about that, and if he does, we'll certainly get him on the stream. I've perched myself in a slightly different location today. Already shared it to there. Awesome. Cheers, Martin. Okay, yeah, don't bother sharing it to the Beluga Spotters group. Martin's already done it. Martin's on it. I've positioned myself slightly differently today. I'll just give you a quick tour of the mound, the very ugly mound that I'm on, which is where most people spot from, which is an awesome spotting location. I'll zoom out enough for you to see. So as you can see, we're a bit closer to the runway today, nice and close to the active there. So it's a great view up the runway there. You can pretty much see the whole plot of tarmac. I'll zoom out enough. Go to the left here, you can see the mound that I'm on. The very beautiful mound here at Hawarden Airport. Of course, it's just like an industrial mound, but there's plenty of space here, loads of open air here, loads of space. And you can see that mound there particularly was where I was yesterday. So I was a bit higher up, but sadly it was a little bit too close to the buildings, as I learned. So here I am. I'm right at the edge today. Best seat in the house, and nobody's here just yet, but I can imagine a few spotters will come up to see the Beluga when she gets a bit closer, as usually is the way. Over there, that building over there is the Airbus Broughton plant where they manufacture the wings. If we zoom into over here, you can see there's that big sort of roller shutter door there, and then behind it there's another one just slightly out of view. You can just see the corner of it, and that is where the Belugas load on the wings to be transported to the likes of Toulouse and Hamburg. Beluga number 1 was an overnight stay tonight. You can see someone just doing a walk around there. Maybe one of the pilots or just one of the ground crew. Just having a quick look at the aircraft, most likely. It's probably already been fueled up and the likes. But this was an overnight stay, so she did come in a little bit too late yesterday and ended up staying the night here in North Wales. So usually what happens is the pilots who have flown in will be given a hotel room in the local area and stay overnight as well, and then they'll return and fly her back in the morning. Oh, we got a new member. Wow. Hello. Christian Weiser, hello, welcome to business class. Yes, welcome. Very warm welcome to business class, my friend. Hope you enjoy your stay. Business class gets you plenty of benefits here on Airliners Live, including 5% off our merch store, which, anticlimactic, but is currently offline, but there's a reason for that. Me and Martin spent many hours last night, both of us, reworking our merch websites, basically, the website in total, and it's basically making it a lot better, basically, in every single way. There's obviously going to be better for the store. It's got plenty new, bits and bobs on there. It looks amazing, guys. I can't wait to launch it. We're looking to launch it in the next week or so. That's airlinerslive.com. It's going to be an amazing place. It's going to have loads of products on there. Obviously, all the classic Airliners Live merchandise will be on there. Hoodies, shirts, prints, you name it. And obviously, business class and up gets discounts on merch. I think business class gets 5% off all merchandise, including non-Airliners Live merchandise. I believe first class gets 10%, and I believe crew seat get 15%, I believe. You'll have to double check that. I think that's how it works. You can hit the dollar symbol, then press join, and it'll give you all the information about what all the tiers get you, though. And I believe business class, might be wrong actually, gets you a couple of other things as well. Obviously, you get all the emotes, tower badge, and like yesterday, for example, I did have it on VIP only chat, just because sometimes we like to keep the conversation to our VIPs. We love the community here. We love the conversation it starts, but also I like giving the cattle class an opportunity to have a chat in our chat as well. Right, can we get an update on where the Beluga is now? It's probably over the channel, I'd imagine, by now. That plane is huge, yes. If you think this one's big, wait until you see the XL, which is coming in today. 40 minutes out St. Scappy. Fantastic. Who's saying that? Good morning from Winnipeg, Canada. It's currently 2:43 in the morning. Well, I hope to bring you some very early morning entertainment there, or late at night, whichever way you want to see it. It is here in the UK. It is 8:49 a.m. bit of a chilly spring morning. I think it will warm up, but it is quite cloudy today is a problem. So maybe it might take a bit of time. Nowhere near as warm as it was yesterday. You'll hear me repeat that a few times just to make the point clear. It's 3:49 a.m. and it's 0 degrees outside, saying Cammy, what are you doing at 3:49 a.m? I hope you didn't wake up just to watch this. But yeah, welcome to VIP, Kristen. It's very, very happy to see more people signing up to become VIPs. They are the heart of Airliners Live. They are what make Airliners Live possible. The VIPs, plenty of them in the chat today, and I do thank every one of you for supporting the channel. Some of them have different coloured badges in the chat. That is, of course, the amount of time that they have been VIPs. I believe a grey badge is 1 month, and then I believe it goes red for 2 months, blue for 3 months, gold for 6 months, and then you get a special tail badge when you hit a year. I think there's probably only about 3 or 4 people who have a year badge at this point. I wonder if we'll see any today. Not long left to go though. We're very chilled out at the moment, just having a little chill as we wait for maybe number 1 to start moving, but it doesn't look like anything crazy is going on. We might catch the pilots getting on board. And if you look at the aircraft, there's no doors on the aircraft. Have you noticed? You might have seen it on the side. And that is because the pilots actually get on board via a hatch on the bottom of the aircraft with a ladder. So they climb up the ladder to get on board. So we might actually catch that as this aircraft departs, depending on how long the process is. But no, it is fantastic to see so many movements at Hawarden. It shows that they are busy. They are keeping busy in the aircraft production process, which is fantastic. It shows a good positive future for aviation, that they're still investing in new aircraft. And hopefully the aircraft that we're seeing manufactured today will be in the skies before we know it. Cattle class, thanks for the insult. What's the best way to find out when you're streaming Bus Driver GP? That's a good question. So, sort of the home of Airliners Live has always been on Facebook, and I'd highly recommend following our Facebook because that is generally where we have the most updates. However, right now we are not on a regular schedule of shows, so I can't give you any sort of decent heads up. We're kind of just relying on special movements and interesting things happening around local airports. We got Manchester, we got Hawarden. Would like to take a trip up to Liverpool at some point as well, maybe Broughton as well. So we don't really have a schedule at the moment. You've kind of just got to be there when we're live. But I would highly recommend, obviously on YouTube, you've got the subscribe button, hit that, and then hit the bell icon as well, which gives you the notifications when we go live. And when you press the bell icon, make sure you press all, because if you leave it as the default, it'll sometimes not notify you when we're live. And we do have a few people in the chat who moan about not getting the notifications, and that is not our fault. That is just YouTube, down to the preference of the bell icon that you press. So I'd highly recommend that. But we do plan to return to regular weekly and twice weekly shows in May at some point. Because right now, let's be honest, aviation is very quiet. So to create any regular shows is a bit too much, I think, given what we have. I mean, at Manchester, for example, which is our home, we usually get it's probably about 40 movements per day at the moment, which is appalling. You know, that's like 2 per hour. That's arrivals and departures. Just, yeah, it's pretty bad. And you'll get gaps of an hour very regularly and more. Will P, hello. How's it going, dude? Is that a cargo plane? It is indeed. You won't be seeing any passengers on board that thing. It is a Beluga A300 standard, that aircraft that we're looking at. Parked up, was here overnight, cold and dark. Still is cold and dark by the looks of it. I'm not sure about when this departs. We might catch it departing on the stream. That would be awesome if we do. However, today we are here for the Beluga XL, which is a larger aircraft than this, believe it or not. It can get bigger. Arriving in the next sort of half an hour, I'd imagine. It'll be down to, I'd imagine, here at Hawarden Airport. So do stay tuned for that. Feel free to get yourself comfortable. Grab a brew, a drink, a coffee, whatever you fancy. I know some of you guys are watching from various other countries, different times of day. Here in the UK, it's nice and early in the morning. We're just getting settled. And feel free to give the stream a share and a like, of course, as well. A like does help out the stream a lot. I feel like we're watching one of them SpaceX rocket launches, you know, where nothing really happens for a while, and then it all kicks off. As you get closer, everyone gets more and more excited. How are you doing, Will P? Terry Stapley, hello, good morning. Connie, hello, how are you doing? How was your jab, Connie? Yeah, it is a cool plane, and you know, people who are local to the area are very familiar with seeing these flying overhead. And of course, you know, I live fairly local, and people around here, you know, where I live, are very aware of these aircraft. And I did say to people I work with in my day job or evening job, whenever my actual job, said I'm going down to Hawarden Airport to see the Belugas, and the first response I got was, "Is that the one with the face on it?" I was like, hopefully, if we're lucky. And today it looks like we are lucky. Today we are lucky indeed. We've been patient, trying to catch a XL. I don't think there's been one in the last 2 weeks at all. Not into Hawarden anyway. Should have brought a camping chair. That would have been smart. Could have had a sit down. Could have had a bit of a drink, a bit of a chill. But the A330neo is still my favourite. That is an awesome plane. The A330neo, huge engines on that thing. You know what aircraft is growing on me though? The Airbus A321neo. Man, what a cool aircraft. Ever since we did that sort of tier list of aircraft liveries, I've come to appreciate that aircraft a lot more. You hear the bells of that church over there. I think that means that it's 9 o'clock. Is that correct? It certainly is. It's like real. It's like Wait, it's like real, like whale watching. It takes patience. Oh, real life. Yeah, exactly. No, it really is. It does take patience. I mean, to be fair, I could have arrived just later and it would have required less patience, but it is nice being here. Nice and early. Of course, on YouTube, it takes a little bit of time for everyone to get the notification and get in, so I don't want people to go missing the stream. The arrival anyway, because I think the arrival is probably the best bit. We might catch a departure, but usually waiting around for about 2 hours to catch a departure, so I'm not sure if I want to wait that long just to see it go out. I might just wait for this to go out, number one. I think I actually have someone updated me about when that is. Yeah, I'm not sure when number one goes out. Morning, Gordon. How are you? Oh my gosh, Connie. Hope you're okay, dude. What a nightmare. Went well, but went shopping on my way home and got crushed between two cars. Someone reversed into me while loading the boot. Jesus. What a nightmare, Connie. I do hope you're okay. Hello, you alright?
Morning, Andy.
How are you doing?
I'm good, mate.
Awesome.
Give you the social.
Yeah, that's okay.
How are you, mate?
I'm not too bad.
Oh, there's one going out.
Oh yeah, let's catch that. There you go, patience pays off. And for those who may have heard, Stu from the Beluga Hawarden Spotters group is here. I'm going to introduce him on the stream in a moment. XL due in at around 36 minutes past 9. Awesome. Thank you, Will P. Appreciate the update. Michelle Griffiths, hello. Wadders in the chat, hello. Charlie Golf Aviation, good morning to you. It's a very chilled out morning here at Hawarden Airport. Not much going on. A couple of light aircraft moving around. I think that aircraft that we've seen there was surveying yesterday. I think it was the same aircraft, the local area. You do get quite a bit of that around here. Especially with the likes of Raven Air Base at Liverpool Airport. They do a lot of aerial surveying and the likes. Bradley Penny Aviation, hello, good morning to you. I don't know what it is, my view account hasn't moved once in the last half an hour. I don't know why it's stuck on 156. Either there's been a very, very fine, precise number of people in the chat this whole time that hasn't changed, or maybe it's just my app is bugged. Probably the latter. Does anybody in the chat have any idea when this goes out? Number 1. Ah, there we go, it's moved. 169, there we go. Guys, by the way, we are just about 40 subscribers away from 10k. And there's more than 40 people in the chat, so surely there's got to be a few people in the chat who have not subscribed yet to the channel. And if you could hit that subscribe button, that'd be awesome. Because we are on our road to 10k. And that might end today. It might end now, actually. Catch me completely off guard in the morning. I haven't got anything planned for when we hit it. I might do like a little dance or something, I don't know. 173 viewers, yeah, mine hit that as well. Okay, so yeah, it must just be actual YouTube. Fair enough. I'm glad it's not stuck on one amount. But yeah, a lot of industry is based around here. We are at Broughton Industry Park. Yeah, a lot of industry, of course, around Airbus here. A lot of warehouses, a lot of factories, a lot of showrooms, the likes. And of course, Broughton Airbus plant is the building you see here. Oh, Will P with a £5. Thank you very much, Will. Do appreciate that very much. Can we get some bing bongs in the chat for Will P, ladies and gents? Thank you very much, Will. Really appreciate that. The £5 super chat. Do you want to come and say hello, Stu? All right.
Might do. It's pinged up now.
Okay.
And,
Cessna 560.
and that flight that just went out was the bio flight. It's the one that just goes round.
Yeah. I was going to say, is it that surveying flight that was up yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was the same plane.
It's going to be a busy day today, actually.
I know. Well, someone put in the Manchester Spotters group that it was going to be like 4 Belugas coming in and out or something ridiculous. So
I don't think one's going till after lunch.
right, okay.
So
might not catch that, but we'll catch the XL coming in.
well, yeah, the XL should come in from our right.
Yeah.
Departures, obviously, bio's just gone out, so that's on 22.
Yeah.
But then there's another one due as the Beluga's about to leave.
Right.
You might get 3 Belugas in one shot.
3 Belugas.
But it depends, because you can't have, if they're departing on 22 and landing on 04,
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to work it, so you'll probably you may only get 2, but you'll get the departure on 22 first and then the landing on 04.
Yeah, because if it comes in at about, what is it, about 9:30, wouldn't it, or something around there, they usually go out about an hour and a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of an hour and a half, 2 hours after, so.
They've got the XL down to about an hour and a half now.
Hour and a half, wow. And that's 2 wings, isn't it, getting loaded?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some should be out later as well.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. It's definitely a lot colder today than it was yesterday.
It is a bit chilly, isn't it?
I felt a bit foolish wearing a hoodie yesterday, and now I feel, well, I got here with just a hoodie on and I felt foolish again because it was too cold. Connie, yeah, do a live dance. Absolutely not. I mean, Martin F on the VIP lounge yesterday put in that little dance clip of me, apparently, that YouTube seemed to to generate on the thumbnail. That was quite funny. That had me laughing. So Stu there just saying that the Beluga XL, the Beluga number 1, which you see ahead of you, is due out a little bit later. So I might stick around to catch that. I'll see how it goes. Be a long day, but I might stick around. Might have to go offline though to catch that because the batteries aren't going to last that long. Chester Mike, hello, good morning. And Martin F in the chat, good morning. Crafting Table, I like that name. Good morning. It's much more early than yesterday, though. We wouldn't really be streaming this early usually at Manchester because obviously barely anything goes on at this time. We usually have a small flurry of some aircraft of usually the hub routes. You got like the Aer Lingus going to Dublin in the morning. You usually have the BA to Heathrow. You usually have, what else flies in the morning? I know that Aer Lingus ATR usually goes out as well quite early. Sometimes get the odd Ryanair as well in at this time from the likes of south of Spain. When is the airplane taking off? This one in particular is taking off later on, but there is one coming in very soon, which is what we're all excited about. The Beluga XL, which is the larger variation of the Beluga fleet. The one you see ahead is the standard size. It's the classic, and then the XL is the larger one that can carry up to 2 Airbus A350 wings at a time, double what the standard can carry. So she's in this morning.
She's just about to depart Toulouse for here.
Oh right, interesting. That's an interesting little catch. Apparently we have another Beluga pinging at Toulouse, which is going to head up here. We're pretty mad. Well, if we're going to have 2 arriving within sort of like an hour, might as well stay around for that.
Parts now, it's normally an hour and a half, so
yeah,
9, quarter to 11ish.
Yeah.
That's as rare as seeing a red squirrel getting 3.
Yeah. So yeah, we might have 3 Belugas in today, guys, which is extremely rare. I've definitely never seen that. So it shows how many wings they are churning out here. What's that?
That's the biz. He's taxiing out now by the looks of it.
Oh, I've got a Bizjet taxiing out.
Yeah, the Cessna.
Oh, the Cessna. Oh yeah, of course. So nice.
It looks like he's on
the Citation.
Looks like he's on
Citation XL. All the XLs today.
XL5 Plus.
Oh, there you go. There's XL5 for you. Yes, apparently we've got a Citation, an XL5 Citation going out here at Hawarden, so I'll keep an eye out for that. Don't usually see like small jets here at Hawarden. It's usually the props or the big jets like these. Yeah, Will P's, we've got the info. And Chester Mike as well. Gordon Smith saying, how many can you have in at a time? I mean, I don't think there's a limit, but obviously they only have the loading bay for the one to load on the wings, so they tend to not have more than 1 in at a time usually, just for efficiency. But obviously if it's busy and there's a lot of work to be done, they will try and stack them up. Got the regular Beluga in here, was here overnight. This was here when I arrived this morning. And yeah, this morning I was still in bed at about 7:30, and my phone pinged because I've set up the alerts again, you know, for the Belugas.
Yeah.
And it was XL pinging. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm still in bed. I've got to like get all the stream ready. I've got to get down, set up, and I absolutely raced out. I was flying down the motorway, and I got in. I still had like an hour to spare. I was like, okay, never mind. That was a complete frantic rush for no reason. I think I can see that aircraft taxiing else just over there to the left. Catch that.
Nice and noisy on this.
Oh yeah. I'm going to put the microphone down now. We've been holding it for ages. Yes, a little grey squirrel. Yeah, it's good to be back here. I've obviously not been here since like months and months ago. You know, because obviously I'm on the English side of the border, so I can't. You know, obviously we're really supposed to travel across. So I didn't come here since obviously yesterday was your first time coming back, which is mad considering I only live 15 minutes away. All right, okay.
Pretty annoying when I'm sat on the till, teaching hawks.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're there on your phone, like, oh, yeah. That is the worst. Well, I got home yesterday from here, and there was that A400 flying around, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and I was like, oh no, I'm going to miss that. And then luckily went to Liverpool instead.
I was in the back garden, and
yeah.
I was just on FR24 being nosy, right?
Yeah.
It's down the D.
Yeah.
It's a strange flight path. Clicked on it. I was like, showing it 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
Straight on the route, bang, get it on. Went to Liverpool, but I did see it.
Yeah.
I just saw it. I was following the D down. So
Yeah.
I could see it from the back garden next to my neighbour's house.
You never know with them, do you, where they're going?
Here it goes. I think he's just going to pull straight out and go.
Yeah. Get ready. That was fast. Acceleration on that was not easy to track.
I was down a couple of weeks ago. I was just up by the end of 04, and obviously they had bird scarers out.
Oh yeah.
And I always thought it was just like a random flare that goes up and explodes like the lifeboat used, but
yeah,
this was amazing to watch. It goes up and it spins.
Oh right.
Really, really fast, and it's lit up.
Yeah.
So it spins, and then you just get this explosion. You see the puff of smoke, but I thought it went straight up, but it spins like a ball.
Wow.
All the way up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you get the right light, it'd look really good. If you had like a decent slow speed camera or something like that to capture it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, it was really good.
Something straight out of Bonfire Night, that.
Yeah.
For those who are wondering, I got Stu with me. He's from the Beluga Hawarden XL spotters group. I mean, I always get the name wrong. You'll know it off by heart though.
Beluga XL Hawarden CEG Facebook group.
There you go. He runs a local spotters Facebook group. Feel free to go on over and give them a join in the group. Actually, you have to join, and I'd highly recommend doing so. Even if you're not local, even if you're just interested in the area or you're interested in the Beluga movement, plenty of news, photos, videos, all the updates about the Belugas here at Hawarden Airport. I'm in there. I use it extensively, the group. And I was here yesterday. I've still got the footage from the movements yesterday. It was a little bit hazy was the problem. When you get a lot of heat, obviously the runway does warm up and it creates a lot of heat haze. But I do need to edit that footage. But hopefully today's will be a little bit better with it being a little bit cooler. And I think Stu's normally in the chat as well. Chester Mike's got it. And that's over on Facebook, that's Spotters Group. Feel free to let them know that Airliners Live sent you as well, of course.
One of them has shared the stream on the group anyway.
Awesome.
They beat me to it. So come down here.
Yeah. Cheers to whoever shared the stream, by the way.
I think Norman Grace sent me the link as well via Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Saying that you're down there. So I messaged back, said I'm on my way.
Yeah. A surprising amount of people around here watch the streams anyway, you know, when we're at Manchester, because usually I come up and they go, are you Airliners Live? Like, yeah, I don't like to make it obvious that I'm, you know, streaming. Of course I've got a loud mouth and I'm just talking. But it just kind of gives it away a little bit.
I was watching it yesterday from the other side of Chester.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we've been in Manchester a few times already, but we've kind of, you know, obviously right now it's so quiet there. Like it's not much different to here at the moment, to be honest.
Probably busier here.
It probably is busier here.
May the 21st, all the planes are coming back on.
Yes. Yeah, mid-May we're looking for the return of. Oh right.
So they just contacted us saying they'll be recruiting in May.
Oh right, okay.
She won't get it.
Does Manchester get flights from India? Because obviously India goes on the red list on Friday, doesn't it?
So Manchester used to have direct flights to India, but they don't now. Like they haven't for the last year. So there's been no change with this India. I'm assuming down at Heathrow, we actually have a lot of flights to Pakistan, which is kind of an odd one. Islamabad. I think Virgin fly there, High Fly there. Of course, Pakistan did until they got banned from flying around here. And they've had a few airlines flying on their behalf. And when Pakistan got added to the red list, I think it was last week or the week before, there was a huge repatriation effort of loads of aircraft taking people back, and there was all sorts of weird. There was like A340s, there was A330s, and you know, I caught a few of them actually, and a lot of them we showed up on time to catch a lot of them on the slot that they were allocated to, and probably 80% of them were late by a good 12 hours. So we completely missed them. It was actually dark when they came in, but there was some weird aircraft coming in there. But it really does affect, you know, aviation. All these red list countries like United Arab Emirates are on there at the moment.
Okay.
Which is obviously the likes of Emirates and Etihad being affected by that.
It's been a long time since I've been on a plane. In fact, the last time I went on a plane was flying out of here.
Oh yeah, was that your birthday experience?
In Godi.
Yeah, Godi. Yeah, that was amazing.
Caused a bit of a stir where I live. They'd be like, "Why is that just circling round?" So I take a picture of my house.
And I was like, I was like, there she goes.
And then we
big bright yellow plane
flew down the D, and then watching my mum waving like an idiot from the driveway as I was circling her house.
That's hilarious. And what a great experience that is, though.
Oh, mate, how they kept it from me, I don't know. It was such a surprise.
So what is that? It's basically like a local plane flying experience, isn't it? Where you can fly, I don't know what type of plane it is. It's some kind of very small single prop aircraft, isn't it? With like It's got open top, is it?
Yeah, open top.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he normally goes up around Denby way and uses the lakes there to land on, but he goes everywhere.
Oh, so it's a seaplane, is it? Like it lands
He's
on
got
water.
floats on there.
Wow. Okay.
Pitches his camera on the end of his wingtip.
Yeah.
But I found it a fantastic experience, especially coming down this runway and then landing on the runway.
Oh, that must
I
be
always
weird.
see it from the ground, so
Yeah.
being in an actual plane and doing it,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a very emotional day.
Oh, I can imagine. I know it was. It is surreal being airside, even if it is just you're a passenger on a plane. It's like you're seeing all the same sights, but from airside, you're like, oh my god, it looks so different. You're looking out at the spotters.
Well, that's it, yeah.
All those geeks.
Yeah. We had obviously we went down to London Heathrow the other week, and we flew back, and I wanted to get a shot of the tower on arrival, so I picked the side of the plane that obviously the runway coincided with the tower.
Yep.
And while we were in the air, the runway changed. So I ended up just catching like south side, which is just a mound of grass basically.
It's here quite often, doesn't it? Stu, I'm standing over there and like, can I get to that end?
Oh my gosh, it must be worse, mustn't it? Because there's such a long gap between planes. You don't know officially what runway they're on until they arrive.
The thing is with the Beluga pilots, you know, that sometimes they can get offered, even if it says 04's in use. I have heard on the chat sometimes that, you know, if they want to use 22, then they can, which is pretty annoying for us because, you know, we stood there for half an hour in all the weathers, and then they land in the other way, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, it's not the biggest runway here, and you do see quite a lot of sort of aborted landings, don't you? They always take the safe approach sometimes.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so open. I've seen quite a few aborted landings. And sometimes it's not just for the weather. Sometimes you have MPAS, which is the police helicopter. If that's got to go, that's got to go. I was down here one day. There was a Beluga ST at the end of 22.
Yep.
Being cleared to go, but then obviously MPAS had to go out, being the police. And there was, I think it was the XL2 that was on finals.
All right.
So because the Beluga couldn't go anywhere, it was still sat at the end of 22. The
Over the
XL had
top
to
of
go
it.
all the way back round again.
Oh my gosh.
And it's brilliant when you have your scanner and you can listen to it.
So
You sort of like piece the story together.
Yeah,
rather than
yeah, yeah.
guessing what's going on. You know what's going on.
That's awesome.
3 was the best.
We had one of our
On the lanes and it bought.
moderators, Matt Smith. I don't know if he's probably spoke to you before.
Matt, yes.
Yeah, he was. He came all the way down here from Oldham a couple of months ago to see it. The XL coming in for the first time, and that was the day where they did. I think it was 2 go-arounds or something on the same
Oh,
day.
right. Yeah.
And he was here to catch it. Like, you lucky.
I saw your clip when you actually got the XL going over Manchester, you and Liz. I think.
Oh, that was hilarious.
So funny.
Yeah, it was just, that was so surreal seeing that.
Like a Laurel and Hardy moment.
Yeah, it was so.
Liz's camera in the background. Click, 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 click.
Yes, we were streaming Southside at Manchester Airport a couple of weeks ago, and the clip's up there still. I think I put it on the spotters group just to see our reaction. And yeah, we had the XL flying over Manchester on a clear day, and it was just mental how clear we could see the details on the plane. We could see the whole face and everything. Why do Airbus keep movements private? I mean, they've kind of just got no reason to make them public. There's no, other than for spotters, there's no actual motive to make them public. Like, there's
Not commercial, so they don't need to do it.
They don't need to. Yeah, there's no point in going through the effort of trying to update everyone and let people know. You know, and there's not really like an official spotting service provided by Airbus.
Definitely using 04 from the turn now over Britain.
They're using 04, are they?
Yeah, so it's coming in.
Well, it's coming this way from the yard.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It is a much better experience.
It is so much better on 04. Wow. Okay, guys, you heard it. It's looking like 04s, which means the aircraft will be arriving from our right this time. and touching down right ahead of us. Wow, what an experience this will be.
Should touch down in between where the Beluga is and the white line.
Yes.
There, so somewhere in the middle of them two.
So somewhere there it should touch down, we should imagine. That's awesome. And it is a crazy experience when you're on sort of, is it Wood Lane, is it that road
Wood
there?
Lane just up there, yeah.
Wood Lane.
White salt mound you can just see.
Yes. So Wood Lane is a road to our right, and it's a bit higher up. And obviously you're right under the very short final of the Beluga touching down, so the aircraft is very, very low. It is a surreal experience having such a huge aircraft flying over you at such a low altitude.
Those guys on the runway have got a good view. In the centre of the runway there. Somebody lying in the back of it.
Right, I don't have any visual on the aircraft yet, but we're going to catch it coming in soon. I thought they kept it secret in case of competition from Boeing. I don't know what Boeing would do if they knew the movements. I don't think they're really interested, to be honest. There's probably other secrets they want to get, but not that.
Not met any Americans down here yet.
No spies showing up.
They're hiding in the trees behind us.
I'm sure if they were, they wouldn't be this side of the fence. They'd be probably inside somewhere. So let me spin the camera around so you guys can see the sort of approach we're looking at here. So just over there you can see the salt mound that Stu was talking about, so you can stand on top of that mound there and get probably the best seat in the house for this kind of arrival. It's probably not very good for video because it flies so close to you, but for a personal experience it is awesome. You've got the mountain behind, which is Hope Mountain, and then that is the sort of direction that the aircraft is going to fly in. Keep an eye on the radars, we'll see if she does end up flying this way, but this is an awesome experience. Like, I'm so excited it's actually coming in this way. I'm just looking on radar just to confirm. Oh my gosh, yes. It looks like she is. She's just on a loop. She's going to arrive from this direction. Wow, this is... I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. Honestly. Share the stream. I think I need to change my battery, so I might quickly do that. Just to save it from running out of battery as it arrives. Guys, I'm just going to change my batteries. And then we'll catch you coming in. There we go, batteries changed nice and quick, getting quicker every time on that. And as soon as I get a visual on the aircraft, I will be quiet. I will put the mic down so you guys can hear the audio of the aircraft nice and clear. But you will see it arrive from that sort of direction soon. I don't have any visual just yet. You'll probably see the landing lights first. She is at just under 2,500 feet. Yeah, well, she Kev, exactly. Exactly. Got real trigger fingers, me. Slinging batteries from my belt. Definitely can get faster at that though. The only problem with this is when I'm using this tripod with this camera, I've got to remove the camera from the tripod to change the battery, so it's a slightly cumbersome process, but I'm getting there. Eyes are on the skies though. That is the sort of direction that the aircraft will come from. Will be visible any moment now, and as soon as it is, I will hit the record button. We'll catch her coming in. We've got another Beluga coming in as well later on, so I might just stick around for that. I don't see why not. although I've only got one more battery left, so we've probably only got about 2 hours of battery life left, so we might just catch them coming in. Here she is, I see it. I did just see her. There she is. Right guys, here she is. Arrival of XL2 here at Hawarden Airport. Enjoy. And there is the shot. Mother and daughter. XL2 and number 1. Very, very rare to see 2 belugas, one of them being the XL at the same time. What an awesome approach that was, though. 04's just changed. The winds are very, very variable here today at Hawarden Airport, so it's very hard to make odds on which runway they're going to be landing on. But very warm welcome to Hawarden Airport, Beluga XL2. Got a heli about to pass over as well. Of course, the Belugas are now using SAF. To fuel the aircraft. May have heard in recent news that Airbus has switched to sustainable aviation fuel to run the Belugas. And this might be the first XL to run off SAF from Hawarden Airport. Which obviously is uses 30% environmentally friendly fuel in the composition, and as Airbus says, it's setting an example for their customers, reducing their carbon emissions as well. A good move for aviation, of course. That's going to fuel the Beluga XL on its return journey. Richard Hodge, I'm assuming you're talking about a freighter variant of the A380. Set 4 engines, weak floors, designed for passengers. I mean, yeah, there never was a freighter version of the A380. Of course, we're all very aware of the freighter variant of the 747, which still flies today very commonly. You'll see it in the likes of East Mids quite commonly. We almost caught one at Heathrow when we were there the other week. Just after we left, one came in. And I think there's quite a long life on the 747 freighters, still out there. There you go, she's just in the process of docking into the hangar there.
Say thank you to Graham Parkin and Martin Smith for joining my group. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you want to catch more action of belugas, of course, head on over to, do you want to say it?
Beluga XL, Hawarden CG Facebook group.
Yes, over on Facebook there is a spotters group, and that was the name. Give them a search, and it's all in caps, I believe, as well, and CEG's in brackets in it.
Yes.
So go on over and join that spotters group. Completely free to join and all that good stuff, and plenty of happenings around the local area regarding beluga movements. And of course our stream will be shared on there whenever we're going live. But you just seen the XL2 arrive at Hawarden Airport here on runway 04, just ahead of us. What a cracking view that was, though. I'm amazed how awesome that was. Like, you just you don't even have to be an aviation fan to find that amazing. Like the size of the aircraft, how close you are, the noise. I don't know. It's something else. It's unbelievable.
One day we'll get a pilot wave through the little window.
Yeah, I have a habit of zoom. I mean, I didn't do it then because there wasn't enough. Sort of, it wasn't ideal. But I do have a habit of zooming into the front windows to try and capture the pilots. And no, never seen it on a beluga. I know there is the running joke of the French and the Germans don't usually give us waves, but we find that at Manchester it is all the local ones, all the Jet 2s and EasyJets that give us the most. Still to this day, my favourite one was that KLM. Surprisingly, KLM are very, well, not surprisingly, but they are very, very friendly. Always give you a good wave. And that KLM wave that we caught a couple of months ago was probably the best one I've seen. It was a 737-700, and he opens the window, sticks his arm out, and he's like, "Hey!"
Why is it when I'm watching your streams from Manchester on Aviation's Live, you get on Airliners Live, sorry, you get when you do a good zoom in shot.
Yeah.
Why is it always look like the pilots are like got their heads right into the window?
Okay, so actually that is a good question, and there is a reason for that. So that is because we're at the runway visitor park, right? So where we are based, where we are sitting, is as they come off the runway and onto the taxiway. And it's a good observation, that, actually, because some people don't notice that, but they always look like they're lost. They're always looking out the window, they're always like trying to stare at the signs, work out where they are. And it is like if you're lost in a car, you're kind of looking out and you're staring at all the signs, and they always look like that. And the reason for that is, as they come off the runway, they are given instructions as to how, what gate to go to and which taxiways to use. Yeah. So as they come off the runway onto the first taxiway, whatever that might be, I think it's Bravo 1, I might be wrong. Yeah, Bravo 1 I think is it straight ahead. They've then got to find their way to the gate using specific instructions on how to taxi. So they'll go, taxi to gate via Bravo 1 and then Alpha 1 at intersection, whatever.
So that's why you see, like, if you're a passenger on a plane, you come in, you see like A1, A3, AA, or various numbers around there.
Yes.
That's how they'll follow it in.
Exactly, yeah. So it is just like road signs, and they've got to be very specific as to how, what routes they use to taxi, because other aircraft might be using taxiways, and it's all about efficiency, and they've got to be guided in. But yeah, you know, a lot of aircraft, and there's been a fair few times where they've stopped on the taxiway, and we think it's for a photo op, but it's usually because they're lost and they're trying to find which taxiway is the best one to go with. So what would this truck here be holding? Do you know? Is this?
I'm not sure.
Is it just parts for the plants? Do you reckon?
I'm sure somebody who's tuning in will know.
Yeah, I always see these trucks moving around, and I'm assuming they're just carrying parts and the likes for the Airbus plant opposite. These big trucks here.
I wouldn't want to give a wrong answer.
Yeah, exactly. If you give a wrong answer, you'll know about it.
Yeah.
You'll know about it. Yeah, been there a few times. The worst one is Liz knows all too much about this. Is when I'm streaming, your mind's at like 5 different places at once. So you're trying to read the chat, you're looking at battery life, you're making sure the camera still looks good, not overexposed. There's loads of factors going on, and you're just making sure the stream's running well, and you're making sure like the chat's behaving, and you're watching out for movement, and you will make mistakes, just like slip of the tongue mistakes, and you know. The classic one is you'll say the wrong aircraft type, you know, and you won't even notice you've said it. And people will be correcting you, and you'll be like, hang on, why are they correcting me? Like, there'll be like a blatant 747, and you'll call it a 737. Although saying that, it's not as bad as Sky News. Do you remember that article in Sky News when BA retired their 747s? And I think there's a Sky News article saying British Airways retires 737 jumbo jets. I think to this day that article still exists. I think if you search 737 jumbo jets on Google, you'll probably find it. They never corrected it. such a foolish mistake. Even you don't even have to be an aviation geek to know that. 2 Belugas. I know, Katie, it's awesome. Well, 3 Belugas soon. Guys, if you look on your old radar apps, of course, Flight Radar 24, Plane Finder, all them lots, there's another Beluga coming in. So we're going to have 3.
It's quite easy to filter them out, actually. Any members that are on my group that have never seen the post that I've put up, if they go into the announcement section,
yes,
I've put a short video up there. So if they're on FR24, they can actually have a little button on the bottom. And if you hit that, it takes every other aircraft that's flying in the UK or around the world out, and basically just leaves any active Belugas, be it on the ground or in the air. So it's very easy. You're not having to scroll looking through loads of different aircraft to find a Beluga. So
yeah, that's a great shout. It is very hard to find the aircraft you need in the skies. I know they're not the most busiest at the moment. There's still a lot of planes up there. It's not until you have a clear day that you can notice how quiet it is, like above us, though, because used to be you'd always see a plane flying overhead, and there's always contrails everywhere. But now it's just, you know, you might see one, you know, at a time. It's such a crazy time, really, and I do hope aviation gets back to its old days.
What's that? I've seen this before. Sorry, me and Andy are just looking on FR24, and I've picked up a flight which is going to come overhead of us. It's only at 1,800, but its call sign is called blocked. Does anybody know what that one is?
Yeah, if anyone on Flight Radar looks, is that south of Hawarden, basically, if you want to look.
Yeah.
I've seen them a few times. I could only assume that they are, I don't know, actually. I always thought of them being like maybe drones or, you know, weather balloons, but they seem to move like aircraft, so I'm not sure what.
Come from Lille, outside Belgium.
We might actually find out if it flies overhead. It might be a heli, it might be...
Well, it's certainly descending.
Okay, we might find out. Stay tuned for that one then, if it's heading our way. Keep an eye out.
800 at 151 knots.
That'll be below the cloud.
See it because of the cloud.
Yeah, might just be below, I don't know. Or might be just level. Clouds are quite low today, to be fair. We'll find out. Usually military will be saying it might be. Yeah, if you got free dart, it might give you a slightly different perspective on that.
Have a quick look.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be military actually. Some aircraft ask for information to be blocked from public info, saying Gordon Smith. That makes sense.
Okay.
So yeah, it could be anything, I guess. Yeah, FreeDAR sometimes gives you a little bit more info if it's military. I know Matt Smith is usually on there as soon as anything military is happening. I mean, you do get quite a few military things on Flight Radar 24, such as the Hawks that you'll see flying around from RAF Valley, as well as you know, various bits and bobs, C-130s and things like that, which have been buzzing around the local area, especially here at Hawarden. You do get a fair few military movements, you know, especially low flybys and things like that.
Yeah, we had the Jet Provost came in yesterday morning.
I think I just missed that by about half an hour. And
I was lucky enough, I was actually in my back garden, because normally a few years ago it did the same flight plan and it came straight over my back garden, so I was actually waiting there.
Yeah.
And I had got my phone out to video it, and I thought I'd pressed record and I hadn't, so I'm basically following it. It goes over, and then to realise that I've spent a minute recording my grass.
Oh no. Oh, that is the worst. I'm sure everyone's probably done that, where they thought they were recording and not. The one that comes to mind for me is Airliners Live. Martin was it was during one of the storms, you know, like Storm Dennis or whatever, maybe like just over a year ago it was. He was at Manchester Airport at the start of 23 right on the dual carriageway, recording all these dead stormy arrivals, rain, heavy winds, and they had a diversion. The diversion, guys, was an Etihad A380 from London to Manchester. And that is just an extremely rare aircraft to see at Manchester. And lo and behold, he goes to record it and doesn't hit the record button. What a horrible experience that is.
I've just picked up whatever this blocked aircraft is, and I've gone on to ADSB.
Right.
And it comes up with OPAS. OOPAS.
Is that a Belgian registered? Oh, is that the reg?
Yeah. So
yes, that must be a Belgian registered there.
Just on the turn above us.
Ah. I think I can see something there.
2002.
Yeah, I think is it a heli? It might be a heli.
That's that helicopter coming back in. That they do the training from Shawbury.
Right. Okay. So it's not that one. The heli's about to fly back over. I'll catch that on stream. Why not? Problem with this heli is it flies quite high above us, so kind of cuts off from what the tripod can catch.
Just in the background behind it, it's probably that other aircraft that we'll try to find out what it was.
Yeah, okay, we'll try and catch that. Yeah, hang on. There it is. That's this mystery aircraft. I think it is a heli, it looks like. Yeah, it's another heli. Do you think it's coming into here? Ooh, interesting. Here we go, guys. Let's see if it lands. Lovely sound. Again, it might go a bit too high for us to catch here, so bear with. going to go behind the windsock. No. There we go. What a catch. Private helicopter. Just hovering there, about to touch down. It's one of the things I love about Hawarden Airport is you do catch some bizarre movements. Guys, welcome to the stream, by the way. Almost 200 people watching, that's fantastic. It's quite windy, as you can see. Just hover taxiing at the moment. Behind the building there, over to the whatever stand it's gonna land at. Or something different. And guys, remember, if you do want to become a VIP of the channel, it really helps out a lot. Me and Martin do have a plan of going part-time on the channel by the end of the year. It's an ambitious goal, but we are planning on taking the plunge and maybe taking one day a week off to bring you guys more live content. And we are working extremely hard on the channel at the moment. I'm not getting a day off this week because every day off I've got has been spent doing channel work. Yesterday I spent all day. Of course, I was streaming in the morning, came home, did some editing, and then I had some food, and then spent the whole night working on the website. Today will be very similar as well, to be honest. But yeah, more supporters means that we can spend more time on the channel. Right now we're limited by time, by the amount of streams we can bring to you guys, even though we're on a bit of a lull on the channel at the moment with the amount of traffic that's going on. There's not a lot going on, to be honest. There's obviously the belugas here are fantastic to catch. Very lucky to be able to catch these on the channel. Of course, Manchester Airport, there's not really much going on over there until mid-May, and obviously Liverpool very similar as well. So when we do kick things off in mid-May, we're going to bring the regular weekly shows back, the big shows back as well. We'll still be coming here to Hawarden Airport to catch the XLs. I think they're a lot of fun to see, and of course plenty more things in the works as well. The new website will be up on well, we're aiming for Monday, and I'll have plenty more merchandise on there as well as many good things. It's a very good website, so we spent a lot of time working on it. We spent all yesterday, me and Martin. We did just have a new member as well. I'm going to try and pronounce this right. Ralph Skyperion. Is that how you pronounce it? Cheers, Ralph. Thank you very much. Morning, Charles. How are you? Please tell me an answer. Sorry, I can't actually... I'm not looking at chat all the time, so if you do ask me a question and I miss it, I do apologise. The A380 is no longer in production. Do you think the Airbus will build a new plane? A new plane as in a new jumbo jet? If you're asking if they're going to build a new jumbo jet, I don't think so. I think planes are going to get smaller now. I know it's really depressing to hear. Of course, Airbus have been pledging to ridiculously go to zero carbon emissions pretty much with their hydrogen planes, which actually walking around Broughton here, you can see a couple of adverts for the new hydrogen range they're working on of aircraft. I believe there's 3 of them, and they're going to try and get them up in the air by 2035, I believe. But it's all about making things smaller and more efficient now. However, we have got the 777X, aircraft from Boeing coming out, which is a larger variant of the 777 300ER. It's going to be the 777-9 will be the largest one, and that's going to be an awesome aircraft to see. That's going to be huge, massive passenger capacity, twin engined, but I mean, we all seen them engines are huge. GE 9X engines they're going to have, which are absolutely massive, bigger than the fuselage of a 737. So that's going to be awesome to see. So there is plenty of exciting times ahead for aviation, and of course the A380s, especially from Emirates, aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Emirates are actually looking at keeping their A380 fleet until 2030, so plenty of years still in them aircraft. And I know a lot of airlines are getting rid of their A380s. I know Etihad and Qatar are looking at getting rid of theirs. I think British Airways are going to keep using theirs, which is fantastic. But it sounds like doom and gloom. But the problem with A380s are they only make sense in a fleet when you've got a lot of them, like a lot of them, because they are expensive to maintain. But if you've got, you know, a larger fleet, it's obviously per aircraft it is cheaper, because you've got that sort of economy of scale in terms of maintenance and parts and things like that. The wind's picked up, yeah. It's definitely got a little bit chilly. And Richard Hodge saying the A350-1000 has up to 410 passengers and a maximum range of 16.1 thousand kilometres, which is 8,700 nautical miles. What more do you need? Exactly. The A350-1000 is definitely the future for aviation in terms of the next few years, as well as the Dreamliner as well. Them two aircraft are extremely efficient and, you know, very, very big in terms of passenger capacity. We've seen Virgin Atlantic invest a lot in the A350-1000, as well as British Airways as well. And who can forget the A320neos and the 737 Maxes? We're going to be getting the Maxes back up in the air soon. We've actually seen on the stream, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, we've seen the TUI 737 Max from Manchester doing a test flight. All successful. And hopefully be seeing them back up in the air in the next few months, actually. My bets would be one airline we'll see commonly at Manchester with the 737 Max, other than TUI, will be Iceland Air, because they have a fair few of them, and of course Ryanair have a fair few, and I think they're probably one of the biggest buyers of the aircraft, to be honest. They've probably got them on a fairly discounted rate as well, I can imagine, given all the situation. So what's next? We've got a Airbus A300 Beluga ST coming in to hit Hawarden Airport. We'll catch that coming in, and then I think we'll wrap the show up when this Beluga XL departs. However, I only have one more battery after this, so I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be alright. But I do need to be a bit wary of batteries today if we're going to stay that long. But I think we should be alright, to be honest. Honestly, I think we should be okay. Just as another member signs up, Rob Shipway. Hey, you're one of the OG members, aren't you? Becoming a premium economy member and instantly getting that gold badge, which means you already were a member. Cheers, Rob. Can we get some bing bongs in the chat for Rob Shipway, guys? Thank you for signing up, dude. Appreciate that. Seen your name in the chat many times, Rob. I do appreciate it. So obviously, you know, Stu was saying that the pilots can often have the opportunity to land on any runway they want. I mean, it makes sense to land on 04s, especially when you're coming from the south, because it means you don't have to loop around the entire airfield basically to land. The winds are pretty blustery. I don't think it really matters. It is definitely a crosswind at the moment. I mean, that aircraft seemed to have landed at a bit of a tailwind, to be honest, but did a fantastic job getting it down. Very smooth landing in the end, as they normally are, to be fair. Normally very good landings.
Small little bump, isn't it?
Yeah, Usually very good landings for such large aircrafts on such a small runway. Sadly, ain't no Manchester, ain't no Heathrow.
You've got that helicopter coming back in on the loop again.
Oh yes, how exciting!
And it spoils it really, because you know, if they're flying around, you're not going to get any T2 Hawks really. That's the thing that spoils it.
Right, okay, yeah. We've still never caught one of them Hawks on stream yet, so that's an interesting one. We are tempted to make a trip up to RAF Valley at some point. I don't really understand that place enough, you know, to be able to know when the best time to go is and all that good stuff.
Jude Maloney, she knows everything about Valley. It's a second home.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. I think she knows a few of the pilots down there as well. But
oh, amazing.
I've been there I haven't been for a few years, but absolutely brilliant site. Pilots are really friendly. You know, they'll take time. They'll wave to you when they're parked up on the side of the runway waiting to go out.
Oh right.
And there's a lovely beach near there as well. So. Which is on one of the other runways. I can't remember which runway it is, but that's where you got the search and rescue, where was it Prince William was based.
Ah yes.
But yeah, really good down there. Well worth a visit if you ever go on a holiday or anything down into Wales, now that things are getting back to normal. You know, if you like noisy aircraft, then go down there for a couple of hours. I think they have a few refreshment bands around there, although they did have last time I was there. But yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
You might get a typhoon.
I work, so I don't know if I told this on stream, but there's a chap, basically my boss in work, she's only the same age as me, she's only youngish I guess. Her stepdad is one of the directors of the company. And I didn't know much about him for a while. He's very humble. Just you know, he's like a management consultant guy. Doesn't really brag about his life too much. He told me the other day or the other week, oh, did you know he's an RAF pilot or ex? You know, he's a veteran RAF pilot. I was like, no way. It's like, yes, he's flown about like 20 different aircraft, and
wow.
It's just like, what? How did I not know this? And I had the biggest talk with him the other day. I was like, oh my god, what have you flown? And he was like, you know, he's flown all sorts. The Tomcat over in the States was one of them. Minx in Poland, yeah, just all sorts. Try to remember what he said. There was such a long list of planes he's flown. So it was very extensive. F-15s, I think, was one of them. Ridiculous. Drives a Tesla as well. Big fan of Tesla, me.
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
No.
Not your thing?
No, definitely not.
They're definitely my thing. I didn't realise just how fast they were. Like, I wasn't prepared for the speed of that car. Went in it, and the one he's got, I don't know if you've ever been to Alton Towers, and there's that ride called Rita, Queen of Speed, which is the one that just blasts you off immediately, and 0 to 60, and I think on that it's 3 seconds. The car he's got has got the same 0 to 60 as that. Oh my gosh, that is like, that wakes you up in the morning. That it literally, obviously him being an RAF pilot, G-forces he's not really affected by them. But for me, not being an RAF pilot, I literally was just very dizzy after being in that car for a few minutes. What an awesome car. Very quiet as well, and drives itself as well.
I haven't been to Alton Towers for years.
Yeah, Alton Towers is fantastic. I haven't been for ages either. Sort of like a kind of local theme park. It's about probably like an hour, 2 hour drive, something like that.
Yeah. I can't go on these fast rides anymore. You know what I mean? My glasses will fly off for a start.
Yeah, there's some awesome rides there.
I'll just go on the teacups with my daughter.
They're awesome, them some of the rides there. But I've not been for a while either. One place I haven't been for a while, and I was talking about this last night, was Chester Zoo. I've not been there for ages. It's so close to here as well. Like, you even get people on the spotters group putting pictures of belugas as they fly over the zoo.
I was by the Chester Zoo yesterday after I'd sorted out my business in the morning.
Right.
My friend went past there, get a bite to eat, and yeah, just a few cars. Quite busy. Is it open now? It is, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there's a few cars around there.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's another place I haven't been to for a long time.
Yeah, because since the last time I've been, I've got a load of like photography gear, you know, like new lenses.
Yeah.
I'm like, that'd be the perfect place just to spend a day taking photos of animals. Martin went not too long ago, a couple of months ago, and he said the only problem with photography is you're shooting through glass a lot of the time, and the glass is usually quite dirty, and you know, a lot of reflections and things like that, and it kind of ruins the image a little bit. But you do get some good photos.
So I don't do spiders and nothing like that, so I wouldn't go in the spider cage or bat cage, but the monkeys, I just love them.
Oh, the monkeys are fantastic, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I can sit there and watch them for hours, especially when in a funny mood.
You'll have to go with Martin, because he's obsessed with monkeys as well. He's a big monkey lover. He's got his you know, the PG Tips Teddy as well, that one.
Oh yeah.
I like the bat cave, but you don't realise how big some of the bats are until you look at the images, and it's like actual size, and they're huge. They're like a metre wingspan. Like for a bat, that's massive.
Isn't it? Is it the? So I'm not really into the bats, but is it the fruit bat? Is it something called the fruit bat?
Yes,
isn't that a big one?
That's the ones that they have. Yes, yeah. They can grow quite big. Yeah.
So we get little ones around where I live. You know, you see them when it's dark at night.
Yeah.
Talking about, you always think they're going to come and whack you in the head.
They're very precise, aren't they? They don't have vision. They have ultrasonic sensors that let them see in the dark, which is pretty mad. And yeah, when you're in the bat cave, they fly right next to your head, like so close, like your hair gets like knocked by them.
Everybody learns to break dance.
Yeah. Connie, that's a good idea. That get his name's David. Get him in the VIP for a question and answer. He's so humble. That pilot guy though. He's like, he doesn't brag. He doesn't, you know, like you've kind of got to really prod him for answers. But it's mad when you find someone who's got like a history. I mean, there's a lot of people like that. You know, when you've got like grandparents or parents who have had like, you know, extensive lists, especially in the military and things like that, and the things they've done. They probably forget about, you know, they probably get quite humble about.
I could sit there and listen to them all day long.
I'm the same, exactly the same, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's people like, obviously, you know, as time moves on, you're not going to get many of these people that you can talk to and they can, you know, talk about their memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, I'd rather talk to them about that than somebody about football sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the things they've seen are just like things that you'd never even imagine of, you know, like things these days you wouldn't imagine of. I know my granddad's the same, very old now, but he's still going, and you know, he's been in many wars, and one of the main ones he was in was when, you know, in the 80s with the Northern Ireland. He was stationed there as a in the army, so imagine how mad that would have been. Mad scenes. Yeah, but you're right though. I mean, there's a lot of aircraft that, you know, don't exist anymore, don't go around, and back then to fly one of them would have been pretty normal. Now to look back, it's pretty spectacular to see them having been, you know, retired from the air. And
I'm not ashamed to say, but I used to be in the cadets when I was younger.
Oh yeah,
I've got some great memories from that. You know, when you're a young lad, you used to go shooting at the ranges at RAF Sealand, you know, firing the 303s.
Oh yeah.
You used to go to an indoor range to get your marksman's badge. You have to get 5 rounds in the size of a 2-pence piece from like 50
oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yards. And then obviously we went to stay. I remember staying a few times at RAF Bryce Norton.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Lucky to go up in one of the military aircraft and refuel 2 Tornadoes.
Okay.
Brilliant experience. And they had the AWACS there as well.
Oh yeah.
It was static at the time when it was there. We went in it.
Yeah.
Looked around, you know, showing us the mushroom at the top and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, some amazing memories. Gliding at Turnhill, and then went flying at RAF Woodvale in Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Brilliant days.
That AWACS, you do see it sometimes around here, don't you? Like,
yeah,
I know it's done a few flybys at Manchester. It's probably been here, hasn't it, a few times, I'd imagine.
Not seen it over here. Normally, if it pings up on anything I'm looking at, it's always down the east coast.
Yeah. It's usually around there, isn't it?
Sort of like Newcastle way up there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, there has been to Manchester a few times, but it's one of them where you don't know about it until a few minutes before, and you're like, oh, you'd have to be lucky to catch it.
Like the elusive hawks here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't know until you see them, a few miles out.
One of the radar apps I use, that's pretty good on time.
Yeah.
And it gives you a distance as to where it is. And I've set mine to a 5-mile radius.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
so
I like that.
I know, 5 miles away. But if you're tracking them on FR24, there's a delay because they move so fast. It'll show you that it's just about to do a touch and go or a low pass here, but it's gone 30 seconds. It's about 30 seconds lapse on it, really.
Yeah.
So very hard to. But if you're here and you get them going over, an amazing sound.
Yeah.
Sight.
I've not seen one here yet, and hopefully one day I will. On stream as well, that'd be awesome.
When we had the red arrows here, that was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
We were down here once, and they came in from behind us.
Yeah.
So they'd come down over Hope Mountain, some coming over the skyline, and they actually come barreling down, all in the diamond formation.
Oh wow.
Over this runway, and then as they got to the bottom of the runway, and I didn't think they were allowed to do it, but they did, and they did a massive loop. And as they come round, they did the spaghetti. I think they call it the spaghetti break. So they're all shooting off in all directions.
Oh my gosh, how cool!
The east and the west sides of the runways.
Yeah.
And they went back up, and then they all come single file. So we were in the field at 04, where the mound is up the top there.
Yeah.
All 9 of them whizzing in over your head.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. And it brings out so many people.
I've never actually seen the red arrows in person. I'd love to. I mean, something like that is just a one in a lifetime thing, isn't it? To see.
I'm not sure how many air shows are going to go ahead this year, but if we had Rillon or Southport, sometimes we'll use it here. Use Hawarden as a base. And stay at one of the local hotels. So it's brilliant if they're doing. Obviously, if they're arriving, and then obviously you got the departures, and then the next day they're going to do the actual air show.
Yeah.
So people with Chocks Away having a good outside area.
Yeah.
You get to meet the pilots.
Wow.
So it's really good.
What an experience that is.
So yeah, I'll say they're all friendly. I've met quite a few of the T2 pilots from Valley when they come.
Yeah.
If the weather turns in Anglesey, they'll use here, and they're often in the diner having the dinners.
That's amazing.
And, don't mind having a selfie with you, and they'll chat to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, brilliant.
That Chocks Away diner, I'm assuming that's not open yet, is it?
It's open for takeaways.
Okay, right, got you.
Collections.
Yeah.
I think I get confused with all these.
I honestly do.
And closings.
Honestly, I do as well. That's why I don't have a clue anymore.
I think it's from possibly Monday. They're allowed to open the outside seating area.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm sure I've read that.
Yeah.
And then I think in May is when I think you can go inside.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
When you got all these different countries doing different things, I know Scotland's opening their pubs indoors from next week, which is like just it's so hard to keep track of all of this. Like,
I'm slightly off topic. I just know that my golf course they're opening the outside terrace, so the 19th hole will be open from Monday. So.
Oh right, okay.
I'm pleased about that.
Right, so I think someone in the chat put the Belugas over the channel a couple of minutes ago. So it's probably not far away at all in terms of time. Cheers, Welshie Kev. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good day at work. 40 minutes, okay. So yeah, it will be not long before the XL departs, so we'll catch that as well. And I think that'll be it after the XL departs, because I did want to catch her going out anyway. I saw an F-16 land at Manchester once, Richard Hodge said. Wow. Have you heard of the new Airbus hydrogen concept aircraft? I have. New range of aircraft. They're doing 3 different variations, well, 3 different aircraft, all powered by hydrogen. Still quite a long way to go on that though, a good few years till we'll even see any designs out, and then obviously many years until we see them in the skies. But it is an awesome pledge from Airbus to see them going down the zero carbon emissions route, as it is very necessary, I believe. Love it or hate it, I think in a 10 or 20 years time, I don't think jet engines will be allowed. So you've got to innovate, you've got to be brave, you've got to get them designs going early. I'm not sure about Boeing though. I don't really follow Boeing news too often. I'm not sure if they're doing something similar. I'm sure they will be, maybe behind closed doors.
It's off to Bremen.
Oh, Bremen.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm not as clued up as I should be, but why would that be going to Bremen? Like, what would that be? Is that another assembly point for the 350?
I was told, and I don't want to give an answer in case I get it wrong.
Yeah.
But I believe they do bring parts in when they arrive here, and obviously it loads up the wings. Then it goes off to Bremen. I'm sure somebody will in the chat.
Yeah. I haven't got a clue. I wouldn't know why it's going there. But like I said, they don't publish any info on what they're doing, so there could be a number of different reasons. It could be something as simple as
I know when Airbus did their live stream, they were very informative, and they did say what they'd pick up, what they'd take.
Yeah. It's a lot more complicated than basically just taking wings to lose, basically, which makes sense. And yeah, there was that chap in your spotters group who did a little live stream a couple of weeks ago. I loved that. I watched that twice through. It was awesome.
They did one on our group first, and then they did one on their Twitter feed, which is well worth a watch. Really informative, really good.
Where can you find that? Is it on? Have they got like a local Airbus Broughton Twitter?
Airbus in the UK on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Go in there, scroll down their page, give them a follow, and you'll come across the live feed. And obviously, I've pinned one to the top page on our group.
Yeah.
That's when they did the first live stream.
Yeah.
It was new to them because I don't think they've done one before.
Yeah.
And obviously, the signal around here, as you know yourself, it can be hit and miss sometimes.
Certainly can.
So they had a few teething problems, but still it was good, and they managed to get it right. So
I really enjoyed that. So it basically was a phone stream for one of the staff members who was inside or even outside the hangar at the start, seeing one of the, was it the XL that came in, or was it, I can't remember which, it was the XL, wasn't it? The XL came in and it arrived, docked up in the hangar, and he actually recorded, live streamed the whole process of how they load the wings in and the giant machines that do so. It's really, really interesting, really fascinating.
Very precise.
Very precise, yes.
Is done to the
to the millimeter, just like laser precision, basically, and everything. I really enjoyed that live stream. Really enjoyed it. Just makes you wish you could go inside and be a part of it, but obviously, obvious reasons why you can't. What time is the XL departing? Well, as Stu mentioned, they can load the wings in as little as an hour and a half. So I'd say imagine anywhere from an hour and a half from when it arrived. So it arrived probably about half an hour ago, something like, maybe a bit more now, or maybe a bit more than that. A little bit less than that, to be fair. Or anyway, some point in the next hour, I'd imagine, assuming all goes to plan. They are quite quick in loading the two wings on board the aircraft.
Yeah, it landed at 9:36.
Okay.
So I'd say
about an hour ago then. So yeah.
I'd say about 10 past 11 possible departure.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll imagine about 11, just after 11.
So you're going to get the ST coming in, and you're going to get the XL going out quite within a short window of time.
That's going to be awesome, yeah.
Obviously, the current ST that's here at the minute, I don't think that's going to go out till after lunch.
Nice.
So, yeah, might be. Like I say, I don't know how they're going to work it if they're using 04 to land and 22 to depart.
Yeah.
So, I'd imagine, I don't know, could be wrong, but XL2 will get pushed back onto the Beluga apron, 5 possibly land, go into the hangar, and then XL2 will taxi out. I'm hoping that would happen, because that will just make an absolutely brilliant picture.
Yes.
All 3 Belugas.
It's like a giant game of Tetris, this, trying to move them all around and shift them all, because it's obviously not the biggest space here. There's a lot of taxiway space for them to hold, but only one hangar for them to use, so they're going to have to sort of manoeuvre them round. I mean,
the underneath number 1.
Oh yeah. Let's have a look, zoom in.
By the wheels.
Yeah, I see so too. And high-vis jacket on the right wheel. I mean, you'd get an awesome view of the pilots getting on board if they do so on number 1.
Yeah, that's a part. You know, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've stayed local somewhere, so I don't know whether they get ferried in a car or a minibus or something, and then they actually get dropped off right underneath or to the side of the Beluga, and then climb their way in.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I've not actually seen that yet, to be fair, with them climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, I can see it. Nice sight.
Yeah, it looks like they're just looking at the engines. They're doing probably visual checks to the aircraft, just a walk around maybe, prior to the departure.
So I wasn't even going to bring a coat this morning. I'm glad I did.
I know, yeah, exactly, I'm the same. I was hoping it'd be the same as yesterday.
It looked really nice here.
Yeah.
Look a bit red there.
A bit red, yeah, I know. I've definitely been out more in the last few weeks than the last few months.
I'm not grumbling at the weather. I'd rather it be cold and raining.
I'd rather it be nice and hot and sunny.
Then again, it does have its advantages when it's raining or it's been raining, it's damp. You get some lovely vortices coming off the aircraft when you're going into land.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's like in my life, I've never had sunburn in the UK up until the start of like last year, because I used to just like spend a lot of time outdoors and used to like be very used to the sun, go on holiday quite a lot.
Yeah.
But the last year, obviously, we spent months and months indoors, didn't we? And I don't have a garden in mine, so last summer was like the hottest summer, wasn't it, for a while. It was very nice. A lot of people just spent a lot of time in the gardens, enjoyed it. But I spent a lot of time inside, looking outdoors, going, it looks really nice out there today. What?
Yeah, I suppose I'm a bit blessed where I live, actually, because I can sit in the garden and,
yeah.
Next minute a beluga flies over my head.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can get a wave.
Give us a wave. Should we try?
I'm waving. I don't think he's looking though.
Give us a wave.
No,
I don't think so.
I think it's a little look.
Oh, you just thought, look at them loonies waving. Yeah, we do the same in Manchester. We just throw our arms around to try and get all the attention. It reminds me of that one EasyJet pilot who saved our life. With we said we weren't going to end the stream. Oh, someone's taxiing out, yeah.
Piper.
Yeah, it looks like a Piper or something like that.
It would be lovely if it was the JP.
Oh, actually, hang on. I think it's a twin prop. Hello, Blake Gray, how are you? Number 5 is around 37 minutes. Number 5 was in yesterday, wasn't it? I think that was the one that we caught yesterday, actually, on stream. We had number 4 and number 5. I was saying someone needs to edit like a Thunderbird style, with the intro where it goes 5, 4. Yeah. Anyone know what aircraft this is, guys? I can't really see, to be honest. I can make out that it's a twin prop of some sort. Chester Mike just putting the Airbus in the UK Twitter link in the chat. Thank you, Chester Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah, give them a follow. I'm assuming they're going to have loads of news and things like that as well. I don't actually follow them myself, and I really should, and I probably will. I don't really use Twitter that much, other than for ranting about things in the world. Tell you what, I'm not going to get into it, but that football whole shenanigan Super League thing, oh my god. And I'm not really into football anymore. I used to be very passionate about my local club, Tranmere Rovers, but man, that was really a disaster, wasn't it?
It was never going to get going even from the start, was it? I was talking with Lynn and yesterday when I think it was Chelsea said that they were pulling out of it, and it's monkey see, monkey do. You just knew that all the other clubs were going to do exactly the same.
Yeah, once one's gone, it's obvious that it's a disaster. But the real drama that I've been following, guys, I know you've all been watching a bit of Line of Duty and all that, which I haven't actually seen yet. But guys, what do you all think about the Aldi and Marks and Spencer's Caterpillar war going on at the moment? That's taken some dramatic turns, isn't it? And I'm very glad we just have something to talk about now. That's not, that subject everyone's been going on about for the last year. I'm glad we have some debate to have about silly things.
I saw something on Facebook yesterday. Somebody put a post up there. There was they put a picture of 6 caterpillars, and I think it was something to do based with about this Super League football. and it was basically these 6 breakaway caterpillars are all going to. I'm sure I've seen it.
Yeah.
One of those.
Going to form a Super League of caterpillars, and only these ones are invited. Right, this is going to depart now. Was it a twin prop? I can't actually see. Yeah, I think it is.
Didn't even pop up on
It's not on radar.
the apps.
Yeah, interesting. Looks tiny on the runway compared to what the Belugas take up. Tell you what, that jumped up there, didn't it?
I was looking at that. It looks like a sparrowhawk. It looks like it's directly over the tarmac on the runway, where I'd imagine it's further over the field looking for a mouse.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Sometimes you get some pictures from here, and they can be deceiving, especially when the Beluga's taking off or something. And obviously, you get a lot of crows around here. If one of them gets startled when it's taking off, it looks like it's actually flying into the Beluga. It actually doesn't. It's a bit of a deceiving.
Yeah, you get a few photos, don't you, with the birds just in front of the planes, and it usually looks like they're in line with it.
I used to try and get it in there, and I could never do it. But then when you don't try and do it, they just appear.
And yes, guys, we were back at the Runway Visitor Park for the first time for a few months since it reopened on the weekend, and it was an awesome trip, an awesome day out. Glad to be back. Obviously, the traffic levels are still fairly quiet, but actually, when you're there, there's so much to do. People there to talk to. Of course, the RVP chips as well. Can't forget them. There's so much to do there that it keeps you entertained.
I saw a photo of you with your chips the other day.
Oh yes.
Well, they didn't last long on your plate, did they?
No, they didn't. No, them chips. Like I know we brag on about them all the time, but they honestly are god tier. Best chips I've ever had. We were quite worried when we went back because we were scared that they would have changed the the recipe, or changed chips.
The oil that they cook them in.
Yeah, changed something. But it's actually exactly as it was before. It's very nice. And they even had a little lemon zest in the mayo as well. So, a little lemony mayo. No spoilers, please. Is someone talking about either the Caterpillar drama or the Super League, or are you talking about Line of Duty? Which again, I've not seen.
I've not seen anything in Line of Duty.
No, I've not either. I can't stop hearing about it. And while I'm on that topic, actually, I had a bit of a talk with my boss, who was on about who was talking about The Fall, the TV show The Fall. But Martin recommended this to me, and Martin loves this show, and Mrs. Airliners Live does too. Loves The Fall. I'm sure many of you in the chat have seen it. I tried to watch it, right, guys, and I'm going to be honest. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I didn't find it that interesting. I thought it was so boring and slow, and there were so many characters in there. You had to try and figure out who they were, and I don't know. Just not for me, guys, I'm afraid. Not for me at all. That was a Cessna T310Q, a 48-year-old aircraft. Wow. Was that plane then that just took off was 48 years old? Jesus. You wouldn't think that, would you? With how quick it took off. Just sprung off the runway. My hands are getting quite cold here as well. Didn't bring my gloves today. I feel like I should. It's not actually that cold, but when you just stood here for long periods of time, you do feel the cold somewhat. You really do feel it. Not quite as bad as Manchester South Side though, in the wind. Here we go, guys. I've got a question for you guys. There was something I mentioned yesterday on the stream, and I should have followed it up with a question, and I will follow it up with that question now. Yesterday I mentioned we at Airliners Live, and I'm sure many of you guys do too, love the smell of jet fuel. Like, it is an awesome smell. My question to you guys is though, like, because obviously jet fuel is not something that is designed to smell nice. We just love it because of aviation, and we love the smell personally. Is there any smells that you guys like that aren't meant to smell nice? And things like mown grass is a good one. Another one that I like is sun cream. The smell of sun cream. Again, it's probably just nostalgic, going back to travelling and putting sun cream on. Although I hate coconuts, I like the smell of coconuts. I think coconut as a smell is quite nice. Brand new boxes, like cardboard boxes. The smell of cardboard. New car smells good though, I'll tell you that. Or a clean aircraft cabin smell. It's quite nice. The smell of an airport. Castrol, oh yes, the old fuel smell. Fresh rain on a sunny day, that's a really good shout actually. The smell of like humid rain smell. That's actually a really good one, actually, Welshie Kev. Can appreciate that one. Mown grass is a nice one, though. I'd happily have a house that just smelt of mown grass day and night. I believe Glade do a scent that is mown grass. Right, the sky is starting to clear up. There's a bit of blue in the sky now, so hopefully at some point we'll get a little bit of sunshine. So as we speak, they are just loading the wings onto the Beluga XL. 2 of them is how many they usually load, although we don't actually know publicly how many they're loading today, but I'd imagine it'd be 2. And they're taking them over to Bremen. Paul Marriott in the chat saying that that is where they assemble the wings. Although they do usually take them over to the likes of Munich and Hamburg and Toulouse. Bremen is a bit of an interesting one, so we'll find out. I may need to change the batteries as well, and I've foolishly put the used battery in the same pocket as the fresh battery, so it's going to be a bit of a lottery as to which one is the fresh one and which one's not when I change them. But that'll be the last battery, so hopefully that can see us till the end of the show. It's been quite a long show today, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Make sure you give the video a like, and I don't know if we hit 10k yet. Let's have a look. I don't think we have. Oh my gosh, 9.99k we're on, guys. 9,990 subscribers. Wow, guys, I think we're going to hit 10k today. I think we're going to do it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do.
Is that the catering truck?
Catering truck. Onboard meals getting loaded.
Looks like. I don't know what it is. On the front of number 1.
A little truck there. Don't know, it looks like one of them little tugs, you know, the ones that pull the luggage along. I don't know what. I don't know what luggage is on board today.
Funny all the pilots climbed out of it.
Yeah, they're all on board that. Got the ground power unit there as well, powering the aircraft. You can see the cable connected to it, and that just supplies power to the aircraft when it's cold and dark as such, when the APU's not on. Basically just an external battery for the plane. Where are you? We're at Hawarden Airport in North Wales, here in the UK, home to Airbus Broughton, which is where they manufacture the wings for the Airbus A350. Keep an eye on this though, because we might see the pilots loading in to this aircraft at some point before we finish, if we're lucky.
Got number 5, 20 minutes out.
20 minutes, okay, roger that.
They haven't pushed back XL2 yet, so fingers crossed you might get 3 in one shot.
Oh yes, that'd be like a once in a lifetime shot.
Absolutely.
3 Belugas in one shot would be awesome. If we can do that, that'd be awesome. Make sure you get some screenshots of that one.
Especially if they stay as they are, and if 5 comes in on 04, which it should do, you might get, just as it's touching down, get the others in the back.
Oh yes, let's try that. Yeah, we shall see. Another, I was mentioning, you know, there's a couple of places I want to go spotting this year. Heathrow was one of them. Dublin is another one. East Mids is another one, and Amsterdam. Amsterdam, yeah, for spotting. It's awesome. It's probably one of the best spotting locations in the world. And then one of them, to be fair, I'd love to go to Toulouse at some point. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to go there.
Yeah, all the Belugas moving in and out, and of course all the
warmer.
warmer. Yes, that's one of the main points. And you got all the test flights of all the A350s doing circuits and things like that. So
Marwan from Brussels in the Sky, he did a couple of streams from there.
Yes. Did you watch them?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, he's a great guy, Marwan.
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah, he was actually at Amsterdam yesterday. I think I've seen him.
Yeah, I watched a couple of his streams over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He obviously puts a lot of work into his streams. Works hard to get to different locations, and you know, as the benefit of being in mainland Europe, so he can travel around and go to places like Amsterdam, Toulouse. Obviously, Brussels is where he usually goes to. I've seen him at Frankfurt, Charles de Gaulle as well.
He's very excited. He's very passionate.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah,
love to see it. And believe it or not, we met him at Manchester in person before we. This is how we found out who he was. He was at Manchester at the same time we were last year. We only streamed right before the pandemic started. We only streamed once at Manchester because we had a big gap in streaming due to loads of hardware issues and finance issues and all this. We were going to go pre-recorded, but we did one stream and he was there at Manchester just that one day, and you know, managed to meet him. Great guy, lovely guy. You know, we're talking to him for ages. He was showing us his setup and loads of tips and tricks that he uses. Brilliant guy.
I've spoke with him on Messenger.
Yeah.
He'd love to come here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm sure that's on his wish list at some point.
It's quite tricky coming to the likes of Hawarden because you don't really know until like the day or the day before what's going to happen.
I think he may use it as like a few days holiday or something like that.
Yeah.
Stay local.
I know Jerry from Big Jet TV, he's mentioned about coming up, and it's the same problem where it's like you've really got to dedicate a few days to guarantee catching something.
I'm sure he spoke with one of my members. We were watching a live stream, and Norman was on the live stream with me. We were watching it, and I think Norman fired a question over to him on the chat.
Who's this?
To Jerry.
Jerry, okay, yeah.
And they were talking about the Mac Loop.
Oh yeah.
Now Jerry would love to go to the Mac Loop.
Yeah.
I think he might get a little bit bored. You know, 'cause it's not as busy as it used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's on Jerry's wish list to go there.
Yeah.
Marwan to come here, and obviously if he came here, I'm sure he'd pop over to Manchester or Liverpool.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of places I'd like to go. I'd love to go to that airport. Is it in Corfu or in Greece somewhere? They come right over your head.
Oh,
St. Martin.
Skiathos is in Greece.
Yeah.
St. Martin's in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
another
Skiathos
experience.
it is.
Skiathos is the one in Greece where you can be on a beach and they'll fly right over your head.
My mate goes there and he sits at a bar and he's having his dinner and these jets are just coming right over. That's my kind of place.
Yeah, I'd spend all day there happily.
I'd quite happily wait 3 hours for my food.
Just as a new member signed up, George Hall on Premium Economy. Thank you very much, George. We get some bing bongs in the chat for George Hall, guys. Thank you so much. Can't be too far away this now.
15 minutes, I'd say.
15 minutes, awesome. So battery life is looking good. I might need to change it after this has arrived though.
I'll say thank you as well. Just we've had a few more members join the group. I think one of them's from the Isle of Wight.
Awesome.
I'm trying to save me my battery myself, so
yeah.
I will say thank you to them all later on at some point. But yeah, welcome to the group.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome, very friendly community. And you know, when you're down here and you see other spotters, they're all extremely friendly, aren't they?
Mel there lives by me.
Yeah.
So he's very active with his photography.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's nice to meet someone. They come down, they say hello.
Yeah, and everyone around here gets very excited with the aircraft that come in and out, and you know, if you put a photo up of one, you know, you'll get a lot of good response and a lot of friendly words, comments. You know, I do like that. I think that's one of the good things about Planespotting is just the community that surrounds it. You know, you can, same at Manchester, you know, you go to the Mount, anyone who's spotting there you can have a chat with and ask questions and all that. They'll always be friendly.
It used to be so hard years ago. I've lived around here for 20 years, and I remember when I first seen the Belugas, when I started courting Lynn. We bought a house in Saltney and you'd see the Belugas, but you were lucky to catch them because you didn't have the technology we have now where you can see where it's flying to, from, the timings and whatnot. So now you're a bit blessed, you know, you don't have to stand around for 2 hours waiting and waiting, hoping that something comes in. you know that something's coming, so you think, right, well, I only have to wait around 15-20 minutes. Unlike us, stood here now for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
But, you know.
We know there's something going on though.
Well, yeah.
No, I enjoy coming down here. It's a good excuse to get outside as well and just chill.
Some more spotters at the, I think I can see at the end of 04 on the fence there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people.
They'll get the nice overhead shot.
Oh yes. Yeah, it's a fantastic spot to be there, but for video, it's probably not the best because you gotta scramble it to try and keep it in the shot, and it's a bit too close. Whereas to be there in person, because believe it or not, the first time I seen the XL here, the first time I caught it on video was a couple of months ago. I think it was in June or July last year.
Okay.
And I went to that spot there on the field and set up a camera, and I had a 150 to 600 mil lens, which is kind of like the minimum zoom you'd get is far too zoomed in for there. And I probably caught, it's hilarious, I managed to catch the eye of the XL filled up the entire frame. So I was like, yeah, that was the wrong lens to take there. Is that, we got someone taxiing out there? Looks like a Cessna. Let's have a look at this. You guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's just taxiing to another.
Might be just moving it.
Yeah, it's just moving. It looks like. I thought it was taxiing out. It's just gone back in. On the apron over there.
Wind's dropped and the sun's starting to make a little show.
I know, it's getting a little bit warmer now.
Yeah.
It's one of them where it's not really cold now, but when you stood here for a while, it does. Your body temperature does drop a bit. Right, so XL will move out soon. By the looks of things. Assuming all goes to plan, you can hear them bells ringing, which means, is it 11 o'clock that means? Yep, 11 o'clock. Beluga number 5 over Shrewsbury. Awesome, thank you, Chester Mike. XL is on radar, apparently.
Yeah, he's been on for about half an hour.
Oh, right, okay.
They normally do it as soon as they land.
Yeah.
He'll change his transponder and put where he's actually going to.
Right.
They do that here, but they never do it when they're at Toulouse.
Interesting.
For some reason. It's always NA to NA or Toulouse to NA.
Yeah, you've got to look at the call sign sometimes, haven't you, to work out where they're going.
Yeah. But sometimes they don't do that and they trick you. Because I know... oh, he is coming out.
Yeah, he's coming out now. Yeah, there's a little trick that you know of, isn't there, where you can tell what airport a Beluga is going to. If it doesn't tell you on the likes of Flight Radar, you can look at the call sign, and it actually has in the code the destination and well, where it's come from as well.
We've got XL on pushback.
XL's pushing back now, guys.
Another plane parking up behind. Cessna.
Oh yeah, there's another. Hang on, yeah, there's something else moving as well, guys. Look at this. I didn't even see that.
Busy 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like buses. Well, not exactly buses though, are they?
Is that a diamond or something? I'm not sure. I think it's just gone back. Maybe they do taxi out, they go out and then back in. We'll find out. Right, I'm going to change the batteries, guys, because I think this will be the end of the show now. We got the Beluga number 5 arriving very shortly, and we've got Beluga XL2 pushing back now. Look at that, she's on the move. So I'm going to change the battery now, guys. I might have to do it twice because I might get the wrong battery. One of these has been used. I'm going to guess as to which one's the correct one, and I will be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. Right, that'll do us with battery. Hopefully it will last. We'll definitely catch this departure though in time, which is fantastic. The XL is getting pushed back now, so obviously the engines are going to start next and then subsequently depart. I'm going to record this as well. We got 2 light aircraft about to depart as well, or they look like they're going to do something. PA-38 Tomahawk, awesome. Thank you to everyone who's become a supporter today, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Plenty of supporters today, and if you want to become one, guys, plenty of benefits to becoming a supporter. You're going to support the channel in our goal of becoming part-time on Airliners Live by the end of the year. Well and truly on our way to doing so. As well as you get all the emotes in the chat. You get the tower badge next to your name. You get access to VIP only chat when that is on, like it was yesterday. You get discounts on merchandise. You get free HD wallpaper packs with certain tiers. If you hit the dollar symbol, then press join on your screen. You'll be able to read all the tiers and all the benefits you get as to being a VIP on Airliners Live. Awesome community of VIPs. You also get access to the VIP lounge over on Facebook, which is a behind the scenes exclusive club for those VIPs. And if you've become a VIP today, make sure you join in. Go over to Facebook and search Airliners Live VIP lounge to get yourself signed up. And that is free for anyone who is a paying supporter. So we got the two Belugas here. I wonder if XL is going to take long enough to get out to get the other, it's Beluga number 5 coming in. And I wonder if we're going to get that absolute once-in-a-lifetime shot where we're going to have 3 Belugas in one shot. I don't think anyone on the spotters group has caught that before. And we might catch it here today. Might, I don't know. I don't want to promise it. XL still says NA to NA. Yes, but if you look at the call sign, so the call sign for the Belugas, they'll usually go along the lines of Bravo Golf Alpha 1. So that means they're a Beluga basically. And then there's 2 numbers that follow that. So in this case it's 4-5. Now I believe Chester, where we are now, Hawarden Airport, is number 4. So if there's a number 4 followed by number 5, which I believe is Bremen, that means it's going from number 4 to number 5. So it's going from Hawarden Airport to Bremen. Toulouse I think is number 1. I'm not sure about the other numbers. Hamburg's on there, Madrid's on there, and a few others as well. Yes, so Beluga number 5 looks like it's going to arrive before this departs. So guys, I think it is going to be that magic shot. Beluga number 5 is coming in from the south, so we're going to catch it on the approach. On 04 again. And then we're going to catch the XL going out. Right, number 5 is on final, so we'll catch that coming in. And then it looks like we will get that shot of all three of them.
I'd say it's looking very lightly.
It is, certainly is. I don't think they're going to get her out quick enough, considering it's already on final. And we've of course got these two light aircraft here going to depart at some point as well. So guys, I'm going to drop the mic now. I'm going to be quiet for a bit as we catch number 5 coming in, and then subsequently going to catch the XL depart. Enjoy, guys. I'm recording this locally in 4K as well. Wow, that was awesome. The noise from that.
The hairs on the back of my neck were just sticking up.
Yes, what an awesome experience that was. I was getting a bit nervous because my battery was dying there. I've only got 7% left now, and it was holding for a while because obviously it was giving a bit of a separation to the aircraft before. But wow, it kept us waiting, didn't it? It was worth it.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
3 in 1 shot.
3 in 1 shot. We got that. We got the departure up close. We got the landing up close. Wow, what a day. And it's now starting to warm up as well. The sun's out now, so we can go and enjoy the sun now.
A lot of pipers coming out as well now.
Yeah, a lot of light aircraft on the move. Guys, today was an awesome day. That was awesome. What a great morning that was. Whew,
a lot of people out. I was watching. There was people all around the Trelleborg factory. There was people in between the factory. There was loads over there. Everybody just came out to see that, and it stopped the traffic up there.
Right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream up there. Huge thank you to everyone who's become supporters and watched the stream today, and give us a like. Have we hit 10k yet? Let's have a look. Ooh, hang on, give me a moment. We haven't hit 10k just yet, guys. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please go and do so. We're only about 10 people away from becoming a 10k channel, hitting that 10k mark. So thank you so much to anyone who's become a supporter. Make sure you hit the like button as well. But thank you all for watching today. It's been awesome. I mean, there's about 300 people in the chat at the moment. Surely 10 of you haven't subscribed yet. Should we see if it hits it? I've only got 4% battery left. Yes, there it is. 10k.
Brilliant.
Woo! Amazing. Thank you guys. Really appreciate that. 10,000 subs. Catch this coming down. Hey. First plane arriving since 10k. There you go. Lovely touchdown there. Right, so I'm going to wrap the stream up there. Thank you to Stu as well for joining in the stream today.
Brilliant to be here.
Yeah, and for all the information as well regarding the Beluga movement and the continued operations over on the Beluga Spotters group, of course. Fantastic work as always.
Thank you very much.
And hope to be here again soon. That was as good as it gets, really. And you know what an amazing place this is for spotting. Overwhelmed at coming here every time. It blows my mind. I'm going to get back, edit this footage, maybe go out in the sun for a bit and spend a bit of time out today. Have a bit of a chill, and we'll see you all next time. We'll be live again next time, probably from Manchester, but we'll see what's going on really, because it's very quiet over there. And cheers to everyone who's become supporters today. Really do appreciate that. Get yourself in the VIP lounge, and make use of them. Supporter benefits, of course. Alright guys, I've been Andy, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.